Hello everyone. Let us now discuss today's LeetCode POTD question 983 minimum cost for tickets. So here here we are given with days and costs, two arrays. Now train tickets are sold in three different ways. We can advancedly uh, book for train tickets for this next year. Now, a 1 day pass is sold for cost of $0, a 7 day pass for cost of 1, a 30-day pass for cost of 2. The passes allow that many days of uh, consecutive travel. So, for example, a 7 day pass on day 2 that we can travel for 7 days, 2, 3, 4, 3 days, till here 3 days, 5, till here 4 days, 6, till here 5 days, till here 6 days, till here 7 days. That means you can travel 7 days with 7 day pass. Now, let us go through an example 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, 20 given as days and costs are given like 2, 7, 15. That means for day 1 pass, it will be 2. For 7 days pass, it will be cost of 7. For 30-day pass, it will be cost of 15. Now, at one, they took 1 day pass for cost of 0 with cost 2, and for next 7 days they took a cost of 7. That means they took a 7 day pass until here the cost is 9. Then we have left with only this day 20. So instead of taking a 7 day pass or a 30-day pass, you can simply take day 1 1 day pass. Then you will get a cost of 9 plus 2 11. Here it is the output. So let us look at the second example. Here we are given with 30 days and a 1 day extra. So if you see clearly, if you see these many days you need to travel, you should travel 1, 2, 3, 4 till 10 and then 32. So you can simply take the 30-day pass for cost of 2. So the cost for 30 days is 15. Now you have left with 31. Now for 1 day you can simply take the day 1 pass. It will be 2. But here we are not given with costs will be increasing order. Costs are not in the increasing order, but days are in strictly increasing order. So the days dot length will be from 1 to 365 and days of I will be values from 1 to 365. So here we are given with input days and cost. Cost for 1 day is cost of 0. For 7 day pass, cost of 1. 30-day pass, cost of 2. Now, we need to output minimum cost to travel every day in days. That means you need to cover this day. Day 1, day 2, day 9 like this. Now, let us go through the same example which is given in the question. Let us go through that. So, first thing, whether I take whether I take 1 day pass or a 7 day pass or a 30-day pass. What will be the cost if I take the 1 day pass? Now, initially the cost is 0. Look at this. Initially the cost is 0. Now, what if I took the 1 day pass? So, I took 1 day pass. I took 7 day pass here and I took a 30-day pass here. Now, I have took 1 day pass. Then here I am not storing the only the cost. I am also storing the next index. That means here initially it is 0. The next index initially is 0. But if I took only the day 1, if I took day 1, the next day is 2. But do you have a 2 here? No, there is no 2 here. There is no 2. So let us go further. If you have 3, no, we doesn't have a 3, but we have a 4 here. So our next index will be 1. So this is how I am giving the next index. Here the next index will be 1. Now you got 7 days pass. You got a 7 days pass. So after taking 7 days, the next index. So after taking 7 days from 1 to 3, 4, 5, and then 7, the next day will be 8. This is the next day. Now, do we have a 8 here? Yes, we do have 8 here. So the next index will be 4. That's why I gave 4 as the next index there. So let us go further. What if I took 30-day pass? What if I took a 30-day pass? So let us consider. I have gone through from 0, take 1, and then take 2, and then take 3, till there take 30. But now we have only having a 20. That means at 20 you will get an index 5. That means I will show you how I am getting this next index in the code. You are getting at index 5, but when you get the next day 21, you will go out of bounds and the next index will be 6. So that's why I have wrote 6 here, but 6 is out of bounds. So we'll be stopping here. That means this red circle indicates the stopping of the recursion. So the ultimate goal is to write this recursion code and find the minimum cost for considering all these days. So sorry, now you have took successfully the 30 days, and then this is the next index. This is the next index. If you took 7 days, if you took 30 days, this is the next index. You go out of bounds. Now if you go out of bounds, then only you need to consider the cost. That means if you go out of bounds, you have gone through all the days which are given in the input. So now come to the day 1, sorry, index 1. Here you got day 4. So wait here. Now if I took like only day 1, what is the next day? So you need to consider this day, not the index. The day at the index is 4. So the next index will be, sorry, next day will be 5. The next day is 5. Do you have a 5 here? No. So iterate till you get the next index that is present in days. So I iterate till I get 6. Now I will get 6 here. Now here the next index is 2. So this is how you get this next index 2. So wait till here. Now you got a day 1, and then iterate till you get day 7. So at 1 you have 4. So let me write for this one. At this you have 4, and then 5, and then 6, and then 7, and then 8. One, sorry, 8, and then 9, 10. Till here 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got till 7 days. Sorry, I think you get another day here. So initially you are at 4. That means you need to take the next 7 days pass. So till here you got 11. So search for 12. You need, if you search for 12, there is no 12 in the days. So here there is no 12 in our days. So what is the next index? You will go through 12 and then 13 and then till 20, and if you got this 20 in days, this is our next index. So this is how you find this next index. So our next index after taking 7 days is 5. So I sent 5 as the next index. And 1 minute, if you take day 1, the cost is added 2. Added 2. 2 is the cost for taking 1 day, and 7 is the cost for taking 7-day pass, and 15 is the cost for taking 30-day pass. Now, if 2 is the cost, then if you take 1 day, it will be 4, and if you take 7-day pass, it will be 7 plus 2, that is cost 9, and 15 plus 2, it is 7. So this is how you construct this recursion tree. I think it is, you know, plenty of recursions here, calls here. Now, it is to explain, it will be taking much long time. So for every time I get this out of bounds, that means if the index is greater than the size of days, then I will consider this minimum cost. So initially, minimum cost will be, so sorry, initial cost will be int max. That means it will be like infinite in int. So I got 15 in the first call. So what I will be doing is, what I'll be doing is, I'll be changing it to 50. 15. 15 is the minimum cost. And then I got 17 and then I got 23, but they both are greater than the minimum cost. So no need to change it. Then I got 19. Still it is not greater, sorry, less than 15, but I got 11 here. So change it to 11. I have changed it to 11. But after that, I didn't got any cost which is less than 11. So we will be returning 11 as the minimum cost. So this is the code for recursion. Let me show you the code. This is the code. As I said, I'll be sending I'll be sending the next cost, sorry, the next index and the current cost. Initially the cost is 0 and the next index is also 0. Now, as I said, the next index is equal to index, and we'll be iterating till 7 for 7-day cost, and for this index plus 1, simply index plus 1, and then for 30 days you will be finding for the index which comes after this 30 days, and we'll be calling for the next index. So here we are calling for 3 times, for 1 day, 7-day and 30-day. But how we can reduce it? So I have submitted this recursion, but it got a time limit exceeded here. Now let us do one thing. Let us construct, a maximum day. Here it is a maximum day. That means here the maximum days is 20. So it will be stopped till here like 20. So the maximum day is 20. But what is the cost of taking 1 day? What is the cost of taking 2 days, 3 days? And I'll be considering day 1, 1 day pass, and 7-day pass, and 30-day pass. But when I get here, you know, when I get here at, sorry, when I get here at 7, I'll be checking for this. That means 7 minus 7. So at index j minus this I. So I'll be checking for that. If I have, then I'll be considering the minimum. It is as simple as that. That means instead of going through every step, I'll be considering what is the minimum cost if I took 7 days and if I took the 30 days, and if I took 1 day pass. So the solution for this code is so like this. Initially initially the 1 day find days dot begin and days dot end j. So j is less than or equal to maximum day. That means if you have at this 6, it is j initially. So you will be finding, do you have the day 6 in our days. So find days dot begin, find this j in given days. Now, if you have the days, it will be dp of ij and dp of ij minus 1. If you have that 6, then you will be copying that from the upper row. But if you doesn't have that day, then you need to consider the previous day. That means for 1 day, the previous day, and for 7 day, previous 7 days, and for 30 day, consider the previous 30 days. So here 0 and j minus 1. That means I have took this maximum of 0 comma j minus 1, because what if you got at 30, sorry 20. Now 20 minus 30 will give us negatively like minus 10. So from this, the minimum, uh, you need to take the minimum. So instead of minus 10, you will be taking 0. That's why I put 0 comma j minus 1. That means taking the previous cost. So taking the previous 7, after uh, previous 7 days, the cost, previous 30 days cost. But if you doesn't have these days, then you will be taking 0. So this is how you will write this dp code. Now after that, here at this stage, you will be storing the minimum cost by taking the all these, uh, like 1 day pass, a 7 day pass, and a 30 day pass, and the maximum, sorry, the minimum cost, and all this maximum element. Now at this, you will be returning the minimum cost. Sorry. So from here, I should tell you one thing, that if I took 1 minute, let us see. So let us see, like here the cost is 0. uh, Now here the cost is 1. Now here the cost, like here it is, after 3 it is 10. Let's consider somewhere like 7, and here it is like, uh, uh, let us initialize it as empty, initially minus 1. But here if you see, the cost will be coming from previous 7 days. If I add, so that means if j is greater than or is equal to 7, and dp of I maximum of 0 j minus 1 plus cost of I, I'll be getting that cost of I only when j is greater than or is equal to 7. Only when j is greater than or is equal to 7, then only I will be considering this previous 7 days cost. Else I will be coming from the upper row. So cost of 1, that means I will be coming from the cost of 1, that means 7 day cost. So this is how you write a 2D DP code, but you can also make that into a 1D DP. So initially you need only the cost where you get the minimum cost at the end from these days. You need the minimum cost from these days. Sorry. You need a minimum cost from this days at the last day. So at this index, consider the day one cost. And if at this index you got days, this day, sorry, this day is greater than, or let us say it is greater than 7, you need to consider previous minus 7 date cost. So if you get that code, or if you can search, or you can write that code, please comment me in comment for this video, and let me know how you can solve this in 1D DB. So I think you like this video, share to your friends and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.